Tremor the verb. A tremor that actually deals damage. On top of the usual effect that moves the stagger bar closer to us. They really love to give Tremor multiple variations of colors. We have red for Wrath, Gluttony for normal Tremor, I guess, the yellow version for actual damage, the Envy version that lowers their defense or something like that. It's actually really interesting because from the looks of it, we are probably going to get green, light blue, dark blue at some point as well, with other additional effects on top of it. Tremor is going to become really complicated at some point in the future. Before it was really easy. You just hit, burst the damage, and the stagger bar, it's easier to reach. And usually speaking, in most boss fights, all that you really want is to reach the first stagger bar, and then dish out so much damage that you almost reach the second one and pretty much stun lock the opponent. If it is possible and the enemy has enough stagger bars for that. If he has way too much HP, it's not really likely, but that's the reason why I absolutely love Tremor though. Because you can literally deny the enemy from moving at all, if they give us the chance for that. But with this is just going to allow us to stagger them quicker, right? Same as the red one that allows us to boost our damage further, or the purple one that lowers the defense. We already have multiple versions that just allow us to reduce the HP quicker. Now with maybe green, we get a version that allows us to drain the stagger bar and push ours into the back, perchance? I mean, I would love to see that, because some IDs, like the Shear Association, they do kind of need to lower the HP by 50%, and going through a stagger bar on their end is kind of devastating sometimes. I mean, it can totally work, don't get me wrong, it can work. But it can also go really badly. Right, she Heathcliff, she Ishmael. It's always a bit of a gamble. Usually, every time when I try to go for the 50%, it kind of ends up like going past 20%, all the way to the last 10 digits. So, maybe at some point this one is going to help us. I'm going to wait for the green Tremor. I would love to see a green Tremor. But then again, I don't really see a reason why anyone would bring the She Association to a Tremor team. But hey, I also mix up all the teams together, so I guess maybe at some point it has some valid reasons, right? Maybe at some point it has some valid reasons. I can already see that with this idea, you're probably going to bring them to the painter identities for the bleed team, right? Because they need different types of ailments. And Tremor Burst is easy to be triggered, which also applies offensive level down, defensive level down. Tremor, offensive, defense are already 3 ailments, and if you have bleed on top, they're going all the way up to 4. That idea is actually really good. When I think about it. 3 times per turn. I can boost that up 3 times. 3 offensive level down, 6 defense down. For 3 Tremor Burst, they can literally happen. Wait, is it just for this unit? Or is it for every unit? When this unit uses a okay. And it's always a bit weird with Eagles. Sometimes the passive triggers on others as well. I don't really think Honglu had any type of special Tremor ID yet, right? Not like one of Otis, where she literally is able to Tremor Burst every goddamn hit. Oh, I love this. Tremor Burst, Tremor Burst, Tremor Burst. If you want to keep the Tremor going, her skills are a bit dangerous to use at times, but let's be serious. That's the fun of it, right? That's literally the fun of it. But Honglu, I don't really think you had anything like that. Or maybe I just don't have it. I mean, I didn't really have all the IDs yet. Oh. Oh well, let's not worry about that. first and foremost, welcome back everyone for the next part of Limbus Company. Now, seeing how we kind of already hit the content wall of the heartbreak, I could technically do a little filler part with Walpurgis Night 3, but I'm pretty sure that episode is probably not going to be that long. And we already defeated the Fairy Festival in a different part when we were pulling for the Walpurgis Night IDs and egos. So yeah, it's pretty clear that this little event and this repeated boss fight is not really going to fill the part at all. It still takes a couple of days for the next event to arrive, right? The Time Killer, this Thursday. Combined with even more identities, more egos. Which is actually really nice because I was having some difficulties deciding which team I would bring for the next couple of cantos. I mean, we reached the end of Canto 6. We need an entirely new party now. Which also has to involve Dawn. I'm not going to make that mistake again. The next canto is Dawn's canto, so we have to include her. Now, technically speaking, I already kind of wanted to go for a burn ID, the Burning Fist, with Ishmael's Neo Association ID and stuff. But then I realized, wait a second, Dawn she doesn't have a single burn ID at all. This one is actually Tremor, it's not even Bleed. There is no burn in here. No burn whatsoever. So burn IDs aren't really working that well. It's not really making any sense. I can't really rely on it at all. So seeing how we get a bunch of new identities around here, maybe they're going to give me a little bit of an idea how to fix this. Technically speaking, on the other hand, if we just focus more on the fist itself, we could technically team up the middle with the Liu, because both of them are just boxing their way out of there, which would actually be kind of fitting because Rodion has a Leo identity. I don't quite have it yet, but we can always rely on the support for that. I already was able to see a bunch of them in the support tab itself when I was looking for Kurokuma. And Ryoshu and Honglu are kind of coming with a couple of burning fist IDs as well. So that would actually kind of work. It could work. It's not the most optimal burn setup that you could technically bring into any type of fight and situation. But we have a theme of fist fighters here. The thing is, I was able to see from the last event banner that they're going to release a couple of new identities, and I'm pretty sure you need to bring those new identities into the match in order to get some kind of bonus going, right? So yeah, I'm not sure which team we will bring. I have to make the other new identities work alongside Dawn, and I have no idea which type of ailments they're going to do either. So I can't really start setting up my Dawn and new team yet, but let's keep in mind, I would love to bring the middle into the next chapter. I would really love to bring the middle into the next chapter, because if I bring the middle here, I could also bring the middle here, and then Massault, who just got an upgrade to level 3 because of his passive, would have an actual opportunity to show off his golden or rather his purple tattoos, right? It's kind of a waste if I just level him and uptie him without actually allowing him to fight, right? Sometimes it's so difficult. But you know what? Let's not worry about that for today. I still need to get a couple of extra XP coupons here and there. How about, instead of that, we're going to go to the railway? Huh? How about we do that? That's certainly going to be a fun experience. Now I know, I said that I would save this whole thing until line 4 is showing up, but let's be serious. Right now, I can't really do anything else. The content wall is real. I already reduced the upload schedule from last week to 1 part only. In order to give me a little bit of a puffer time, seeing how the next event is on Thursday. Or I might even have to reduce the amount permanently to 1, but I think about that once the time killer event starts. It's getting difficult. I kind of wish that I slowed it down even further so that I didn't get to this point where I'm a little bit running out. But then again, it gives me the opportunities to maybe start reading the books as well for a part here and there. Maybe even making my own version of an audiobook or something like that. But we'll save those ideas for later, right? First and foremost, line 3. The line... What line will you travel? Are we going to have multiple stations again? I should have probably read this when I entered. If you have more than 20 records, records with the highest total turns will be deleted first so that the best remains, probably. Okay, that's interesting. Were they doing that in the second line as well? Because okay, let me be serious. I only cleared that place like 1 time. 1 time! I did it 1 time, and then I already got everything over here, so in that regard, I didn't really see a reason to do it all over again. It's not like we were able to gain those rewards again if we were to do it all from scratch again, right? But then again, if they actually did that, I wouldn't really have a problem to form a couple one of those 3-star stickers. For that reason alone, I would have tried to find that rose guy over and over again. After 5 stations, I would have went back to the rose guy that gave me so much trouble during the last Refracted Railway. Oh, it was fun. It was fun. Now, where do I click to start this? Yes, let's start Refracted Railway. First and foremost, let's pick our lucky number again. Oh, it's no longer 13. Well, probably because I changed the title. Nevertheless, let's see, which team do we bring this time? This time around, I bring a bit of Rapture, a bit of Tremor, and a bit of Bleed. Simply because after 6 guys die, we can bring the other. So in that case, I will not bring my... What was it the last time? I think 13. Yeah, I will not bring my level 16 Sinclair into this. I think that would be a bit of a waste of a party slot for it. I'm pretty sure that would be a waste of a party slot. Not entirely sure how I'm going to set this team up. Actually speaking, I would like to play with my 7 association again. There are still some identities that I would need to level up at some point on both Faust and Otis in order to get the full set going. But I guess that can wait for a bit more. Actually speaking, I have the slight suspicion that in the next chapter, in Dawn's chapter, we might get a new high, a new rise of the Rapture department, a bunch of new Rapture IDs, but we haven't reached that point yet, right? We haven't really reached that point yet. So before we do any substantial upgrades on our Rapture team, I guess it's fine if we just bring a mixture of everything, right? Certainly, it's gonna be fine, it's gonna be fine. Now then, let's start the railway! And the first encounter is a bunch of fishies. Great, we can actually see them right from the start, that's good. Level 40, okay, I was a bit worried about that. I just leveled up a bunch of them to level 40. I didn't really want to use that many XP coupons to raise them all the way up to 45. But then again, this event was taking place before Heathcliff showed up, so I guess 45 is not really needed in this environment, right? Certainly not. Okay then, let's see, who do we bring? Always end up forgetting something at some point, but I guess it's fine. It's fine, I was worried for nothing. Okay then, let's start hunting some fishies, shall we? Oh, great! The hint is here as well. That's cool. 6 guys right from the start. That's not so bad. Let's see. I think I'm playing it a little bit too carefully, but then again, it is the railway. I usually don't care about the turn counts. Right? We're already past that point when we actually have to rush for that stuff. Usually speaking, I think the turn count actually only plays a role if you were to complete this event in the first couple of weeks of its establishment, right? Once it opens up, you have like a certain window of days. If you can beat it within a certain time gap, with a certain amount of turns, you get a special reward and all. But anything after that, it's just for fun, right? Just for fun. You don't need to worry about the turns. You can just take your time, farm your resources, and beat the crap out of them. All for the sake of farming XP. Farming XP, getting some resources, and now everyone should be in a good condition for the second encounter. Oh no. Okay, that's not good. I should have known. I should have known the fishies. The fishies are there, of course. Of course, my sinking whale is going to be here and would literally drain all the XP that we have just gained from our team. Of course it would. Why wouldn't it? All the preparation is all for the sake of getting ready for the whale, huh? And before we encountered the whale, they even give us more chances to gain more SP. I see. So, okay, the small force has been defeated. I lost my talisman again. Oh, Sinclair, where are they always going? Every single time. And our most favorite boss of them all is the freaking whale. Is it the same one as always? Like the one that constantly, of course, constantly applies paralysis and damage down this turn if the fluorescent part is broken. Or rather isn't broken, right? Oh, this is gonna be an issue. This is going to be an actual issue. Because it's always unclashable. And he'd have already had to take a couple of hits, which is not good, by the way. I should probably activate his ability that allows him to heal a little bit here and there. Okay, Ishmael, you're going to apply some rapture on that guy. We can't do anything about it. We cannot avoid it. Oh, I hate unclashables. I hate unclashables, but at the very least, that recovery boost is certainly going to help him out a little. I really hope that the centipede is able to keep him safe, because the last couple of clashes with the little fishies weren't really in his favor. Quite possibly because they have the ability of draining some SP every time they die. And, well, the 7 Heathcliff is kind of reliant on 45 SP, especially for second skill. Can hit relatively high, but in order to ensure that it works, it has to have, or rather he has to have 45 sanity, right? Same as Ryoshu with her super strong second clash that actually boosts the power of a third attack. It's so great. It's so great to see them work together like that. Oh god, Sinky comes. He got staggered, of course he did. And here's the thing about fighting the whale. I'm never actually sure if I should destroy those things. Technically speaking, I should. They constantly do damage. But he also just continuously summon more and more of them. And I do kind of need to get rid of this thing. All damage under 12 is nullified. That ability is still kind of annoying sometimes, but it will deal 20 damage on a random ID. It's not on everyone, but a random ID. But still, I should probably fight the whale more often in order to understand him fully, but I hate that thing so much. The constant para. The 2 times when I had to fight him before because of Ishmael's dungeon was already was already enough in my book. Okay, we will weaken him a little. It's still going to be quite difficult for my Ryosha to win the clashes against the beast of blind obsession, but it seems like she was able to pull through just fine. That's good, because now we have the ability to bind with passive, right? Yeah, we can bind him now with through passives. I don't really need to rely on Ishmael's ego all of the time. What's this? Something is swaying in the rolling whale. 40 freaking poise. Okay, this is a bit unfortunate. We also cannot help with destroying the float zone. Which means we're just going to focus our attack on that guy for now. I need to apply the talisman on the fiend. Everyone else is just going to take the hits, and we're going to hope for the best that Ishmael is able to somehow block that attack again. If we are not able to do so, then we're going to have a small issue there, but it should be fine, technically speaking, right? Certainly. Okay, talisman has been applied, rapture as well, that's good. Come on, come on, yes, 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 Ishmael! The blind obsession, that is your ego, that is your far ego, of course, you can beat it just fine. Please keep it bounded though. Okay, that's good. It's still going to do a lot of damage though. Simply because it has access to all kinds of poise. A part has been broken. Was it the fiend? Did we get rid of the fiend thingy? Maybe. Where did that flotsam float from? From where? And how did it end it here? After so many years, even that flotsam may no longer recall from whence it came. As long as it can be used to stop that abnormalities attack. We can make use of that? Maybe with our Sinclair, because everyone else is kind of low. Oh my god. Sinclair eventually managed to reach the flotsam. This was possible because the other sinners tried their best to draw the abnormalities' attention. Sinclair crept onto the flotsam and tried to move it out of the way before slamming their weapon down upon it. This ended up leaving several sharp edges on the flotsam. If something were to charge into the flotsam, it would be impaled, unable to proceed further. Okay. Lost 30 HP. Tech power up. He can really need that. He is going to use the obsession against it, so I no longer need to clash against it myself. That's good, because sadly, Ishmael is running out of some resources there. Not entirely sure if Ryosha would have been able to win that clash over there. I mean, she has -9 sanity. It's not really likely, but at the very least we have Sinclair around. He's able to recover some of our lost HP. Before that guy starts spamming more of his all-out attacks again. Okay, he was able to win. Heathcliff was actually able to win. Look at that. Look at the power. 12. 12. Okay, that's good. That's good. The talisman are still there. Ah, my god. I was about to say, I think she lost that one, but no. No, Ishmael was able to recover just fine. Come on, Dawn. Recover all of your health. Okay. Staggered. 1, 2. That's good. I guess we're just going to focus on the body for now. It's such a shame that Ishmael currently doesn't have one of our strongest attacks, but that's fine. That's alright. The last flotsam is down to 1 HP. That's also really good. Come on, we need to reach the 50% marker. In the worst cases of scenarios, you will be able to stagger him. Maybe. It's blocked, blocked. It's going to clash against the flotsam. Most of our attacks are going towards the tail. That's very important. Maybe we're actually able to break through it again. We do have the talisman bonus, which is going to give us additional couple of hits with rapture. 14. Oh my god, it starts again. Come on. No. Yes. Thank you. Thanks to all those clashes. Up to 11. That's good. That is really good. The body is getting relatively close to the stagger bar again. Can we reach 50% of the flotsam? Fragile has been applied. Come on. Yeah, that's my Dawn. Look at her go. Look at her freaking go. 40 HP. Of course it survived. Okay, I don't see paras. I guess maybe that para passive is deactivated? It only attacks my Ishmael, and my Ishmael is relatively far away from our stagger bars, so it should technically be fine. Just in case we're going to debuff him a little bit further with you saying, just in case. After all, the weight is getting relatively low already. Okay, 18, that's a good start. Oh no. Okay. Okay, I was a bit worried there, but it seems to be fine. If we hit it for enough, we might be able to stagger it this turn. It was really, really close to the stagger above his body. I saw the stagger, so it should be fine. Ishmael is tanking it like a champ. Flotsam has been destroyed and recreated. The tail is kind of back, but not really. Okay, I have just enough bullets in order to make this count. He only has like 130 HP left. The talismans are technically on his other body part. Right? Yeah, it's on this other body part. But the damage should still be enough. The damage is still enough in order to finish it off. Because the others are also able to apply some extra rapture on top of everything else. Okay! Finally! The whale is down! My god! Of all enemy types, the whale is literally the worst. Would you look at that? Refracted, Drenched, Gossipin. Interesting. Actually speaking, I think I already encountered this guy before in the mirror dungeon. I guess that's one of the downsides of waiting with the railway, huh? At some point, oh my god, that's a cool stage. But at some point, they all end up in the mirror dungeon. Even though I could have said, it would have probably been better if they avoided including them just yet, right? You never know when the people are doing their railway. Okay, it seems like I haven't really encountered all of its attack yet, though. But his main gimmick, from the looks of it, is bunch of bleed and Gossipin. When Drenched Gossipin is in a red stained Gossipin state, gain Gossipin value through 2, bleeding and bleed count at the end of the turn. That's not good, especially since it has a bunch of count and the bleed will stick. So that goes up to 10, that was 11, more bleed count, 2 to 8, more Gossipin among targets with Gossipin, attack the units with the slowest speed, unclashable, there's no way to avoid this. Then we have 7, 4, 4, 8, 15, attacks 5 guys, attack the enemy with the most bleed count on use, if the target is the target with the most bleed, base power plus 5, inflict 2 times the effect, 4 bind, 4 lust fragility, 16 bleed and 8 count if it hits. So we really need to be careful about that. Then it has an avoid skill that also inflicts bleed. Imagine if we had that on Kuma. Imagine that. If we avoid, I don't think it drains, but then again, does it drain bleed if they clash with avoid? Every attack counts on bleed, right? Every attack. Huh. I should test that later. And then we have Encroaching Gossipin. Prioritize the target with the lowest speed. Damage dealt by this attack is fixed to 0. Combat start. Enter red stained Gossipin stage next turn. And inflict more Gossipin. So pretty much it won't actually do any damage. Damage dealt by this attack is fixed to 0. Even though it has a clash power of 11, it doesn't actually do damage against us. Interesting. And the passives are turn end, apply 1 bind to all enemies with the flower effect. At 20% HP, become red stained participant at the turn end. This red stained participant does not expire, so once it starts going crazy, we need to be careful. Because I know from the mirror dungeon, even though it doesn't state it here, in that state, we're getting even more bleed, right? We're getting all of the bleed. It can get relatively quickly out of hand. I think at one point I even had to restart my mirror dungeon because of this thing. It went really, really bad. I lost so many clashes that I wasn't supposed to lose at that point of time. Just saying. Okay, so he's going to speed us up and lower his damage a little. 13, 12, 13 has a good chance to get through. I'm going to try the trick with the defense dice against avoid dice in order to see if I can avoid this thing altogether. And then Ishmael, you are just going to use the power attack for now. It's like clashable. It can redirect that hit towards us. Technically lower his attack further. 24. Do you have a pierce resistance? Which of you guys have a better pierce resistance? Ineffective? Weakness. Okay, you can't really take care of this move. But technically speaking, you can make it a little bit weaker, so we are going to count on that, at least. And anything else is fine. So we're going to get the talisman, and next round we're going to apply all of that, hopefully. And after that we need to be careful to not apply any additional talismans, otherwise we're going to lose that effect permanently. And that would be just a waste. So let's see. 12. Good job. Good job, Priosho. Exactly what I needed right now. 13. 7. Another good hit. Applied. Come on. 1, 2, 3. 5 talismans. Perfect. I was a bit worried about the rapture count, but it seems to be fine. And only 2 of my guys have the flower thingy. If only I had an avoid dice. If I avoid this attack, he won't be able to hit the others. But I don't have that. I don't have that. Oh great! It's fine! It's fine! It's fine! I lost my first dice, which was supposed to lower their stats a little. At the very least we have some Tremor now, which I can use to get the Stegapper closer towards us. Hopefully, a little bit. Because in the next round he's getting a little bit crazy. But it should be fine, as long as we keep up the pressure with the rapture. Right? As long as we keep up the pressure, it's gonna be fine. Okay, he had the stagger, but I guess it got cancelled because it was not supposed to get staggered. Right? It's supposed to do 0 damage because of his talisman, it still went through. Okay, did we unlock new passives that I can reach? Not really. Not yet, at least. I guess it would be safer for me to save the AP for now, which means I'm going to redirect the attack with this. And just let Dawn clash with it instead. Ishmael is going to save her a little, or rather protect her a little with the debuff, so it should be fine. Okay, that's gonna be good. 13, good job. Good job, we have fragility for the next round. You will not be able to get past my Ryoshu because she literally has not a single flower on her person, which is really good. We won't really get around the bleed stuff, but it's also going to be fine. Power has been applied. Good job. Another good job. Seems like they were still able to activate the void dice, even Even though we used the defense dice, maybe it doesn't work. Maybe I did something wrong with it. Nevertheless, more unclashables. Great. Okay, there's nothing we could do. We have to clash against it. These things should be able to win that just fine, even without an ego. We are going to heal a little with this thing, or rather with Sinclair. There we go. Good job. Good job. We're going to get even more paralysis for the next round. 24 is coming around. A heal for everyone. Fragility stays for the next round as well. 27 is a good hit. Not the best, but we take it. Ishmael is coming around, applying a little bit of attack debuffs for the next round and this round. The stagger bar is still relatively far away, but that's also okay. Oh god, he just doesn't stop with the AoEs. He just doesn't stop. 16, 14, 13. That should be strong enough to finish it off. She's going to apply another attack debuff. We will heal and apply more fragility for next turn. Okay, this should be fine. This should technically be fine. I need to be a bit careful with my heat buff because it's already getting relatively low. Come on. One comes around the corner. That's a good start. Can we, perchance, get the stagger? I would love to see the stagger. 16. 13. Come on. It's still so far away. It's so far away. Oh god. But then again, maybe we can get it this turn. Oh yes, we did. We in fact actually got it. I'm gonna save the stronghold for next turn. Let's farm some of our resources, I guess, for now. Can you attack? You will not stagger yourself, so it should be fine. I need more red. Hit it with everything that you have. And we need more lust. Okay, this should be fine. How close to its 20% mark are we going to get? I won't be able to get any paralysis for the next turn, seeing how I wasn't really able to get any clashes. But we're already down to 200 health, 117, and we have an event that might help us a little. As the fight prolonged, more and more vines from the Gossipin begins puncturing the sinners. The vines continue to drain blood from them, and the red patches on the white cotton part of the Gossipian grows. How can these vines be detached from the sinners? A lust disadvantage. Which means I need to lose that one, right? I think I needed to... Do I need to lose that one? Oh, I don't know. Sinclair, just do it. Okay. We passed the check. Disadvantage, lose. Okay? Okay. These vines cannot be torn or cut. Though it may be painful, the only possible solution would be for someone else to pull the vines out of the sinners. Will the Gossipin buses itself fighting the other sinners, Sinclair rushes forward to deflect the pluck out the vines. Of course, this left their flesh and muscles torn and bleeding, which sounds worse. But at least that blood won't be going to the Gossipin. True. As long as we don't supply it with blood, it should technically get a little weaker, which also allows us to get a little bit faster. It seems like it tried to go into its blood stage, but maybe it was impossible? His body only has 77 HP left. Not entirely sure if he is getting staggered if we destroy his body part, which means I'm just gonna clash against every single one of those attacks. Okay, unclashable, 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 30, 24, unclashable. Everything else seems fine, so let's just Hit it where it hurts. Hit it where it hurts, get some lust going, and I think with that, we broke the body. Doesn't really seem like it can no longer clash with us. So breaking the body will cancel all of its attacks? Perchance? It's a bit weird. It doesn't really work like that for all abnormalities. I remember the doll was still able to attack even after I broke the arm. So I don't really know. But on the other hand, the steampunk abnormality literally lost the speed test in its entirety, so in that regard, anything can happen around here, right? Anything can happen. So what do I need? I need more this. I need more that. I need more this. 64, 26. Yeah, it's enough damage to finish it off. Especially with the rapture. Especially with the rapture. Everything is good. Goodbye, Flowerhead. Goodbye. You already drank enough blood. God damn it, are we hurt. Imagine if this was line 2. We would need to continue our challenge with almost dead Heathcliff. Which also means we would need to fight against that guy again with more boss, right? Ha ha ha. Okay, station 4, interlude. I can save my team. Everyone was able to recover just for— oh, thank you, right, I forgot. There are recovery points, actual recovery points in here. I have a bit of a problem with my envy resources. Maybe I should change something up around here. But I don't really have— I think she actually gave— yes, she has envy. If only I had her ready. Oh, that would be so good right now. That would be so good. And then again, I can always bring my SCP Rodion for that. Just need to kick somebody else out, but it's always a bit of an issue. 7, they're always linked together. They really rely on each other. I will see. It's gonna be fine. Let's just save the team as is. And then I can see a certain shell monster with poison and worms and slimes. Oh, great. Well then, let's have fun, right? Let's just have fun. Okay, are you pretty much the same as before? Poison, slime, defense down, poison, lava, green slime. The thing is, I think the last time when I fought against you, I completely ignored your gimmicks, your slime, your poison, your lava. I just hit you until you open the pearl and then I just crush it. You have more health now though, so I'm not entirely sure if that strategic attempt is still working against that guy. But we will see, right? We will see. Oh no! I think I messed it up. I should have destroyed the pearl. I should not have destroyed the freaking pearl. Why did I destroy the pearl? I Why do I make an experiment? I usually kill it before it even has a chance to lose it. It never lost the pearl before. I thought it would act like the antenna of the Woofy. But no, it just gets mad. It gets really mad. Okay, fine. We will try again. Give me 1 second, guys. The poison is ramping up. The poison is freaking ramping up. But this time around, I think the situation is better in general. Except of the fact that I'm literally dying across all edges. But that's nothing new. Right? That's not really anything new at this point. Come on, please heal. Heal enough so that we can recover. I tried to avoid the slimes this time around. It's not really the most optimal plan. As you can see, we're losing so much health so quickly. But the body's broken. The pearl is open. 65 HP is left. I'm going to use this chance to recover more. And some resources preferably as well. Can't really do anything over here. We will save that. And if this isn't enough, we're going to finish it off with a couple bullets. Okay, that's it. That is it. We're really low on health. This is not good. I need to bring my Rodion in the next fight. We might need the help of the angel. An additional source of HP is certainly going to be appreciated. Holy damn, freaking shell thingy. And now we have burn. After poison, we have burn. Aha. Okay, who's the lowest? Hitov, you're kind of low. I think I can swap you out for Rodion. But then we don't have a source of red. Oh shoot. How about Yiseng? Did Yiseng hurt? Not so bad. Okay, Yiseng, you're going to take a break. And the others are just going to continue from here on out. Actually speaking, if I bring my Gregor, he also has a relatively strong healing ability. Who do I kick out for Gregor? I'm going to keep him in mind, because I'm pretty sure... Yeah, the envy is skyrocketing. This is not good. Let's try it with Rodion first. Let's try it with Rodion first. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be totally fine. Once we get past this stage... Are there more candles than before? Weren't there always 4 of them? Okay, maybe I need to swap out. You know what? Wait a second before we start this. No. No. Give up that. Give that up. We're going to change the team a bit. They're all too low. They're all too low. We might have to swap the entire team actually. Yeah, we might have to swap the entire team. They're way too low. They're way too low for this. I can't even redirect them. Everyone will be staggered if I redirect them. So we go for the backup team, which is Tremor. With Rodion and those two. And you guys, you are all going to take a rest here. Okay? Every single one of you guys, take a rest. Let the others handle this. Let the others handle this. This is a team fight. If one needs a break, the others are there to handle the thing, right? This looks much better. Now I can redirect in style. Now we can redirect in style. Okay, so first things first, I wasn't able to redirect all the attacks in a fashion where I can hit all of the candles with my AoE effects, seeing how literally all of them try to go for the big guy instead of the candles, and if they hit the candles, they would rather go for the first one than anything else. So in that regard, maybe I should just forget about the extra stagger effect. I mean, it's not really necessary. It would be handy to have, but it isn't really necessary. As long as we reach the 50% before it gets critical, right? That's the thing, we need to reach the 50% before it gets critical with our burn damage. But other than that, it should be fine. We can actually use this opportunity to gain some extra ego resources for all of our allies. Boost up their SP, boost up their HP with Gregor, Rodion, and technically Otis as well. I think she had awesome healing ability, right? Wasn't the one? No, that is SP. That is SP, never mind. Okay, that wouldn't really work that well then. And he's already snuffing out all the candles. I only have one turn to turn them all off. Yeah, that's not gonna work. That is certainly not going to work. Well, at the very least, that guy's not really trying to lower our SP with every hit, right? Like a certain whale thingy that we had to defeat before. Okay, the records inscribed with that burning quill are endless. Yet, the prophet was right, because the future is also endless. Okay. So, Otis, seems like you need to get in this way? Yes? Otis snuffs the burning flames and look into the records. Oh shoot, you should have done that. The sinner could not understand a single word of it, but soon realized that reading it was unnecessary. Merely accepting the record as they naturally came to be. The sinner felt as though something was constricting around their head, but the weapon's arm felt empowered. One of its head was glaring in their direction. Oh, did we? Oh no! I mean, we got the power boost, but oh no! Reduce the HP of Refracted Candle with the most HP to 1. Didn't we already do that for all of them? At the very least, they're fragile now, so that's handy. Okay, okay, okay. Just 11 more, but he won't have a chance to unleash the attack now. This is good. This is exactly what I wanted to see. This is exactly the thing that I wanted to see. Oh my god! It's the first time that I actually struggled to take care of the candles properly. Usually there are like 4 of them at most, right? 4 of them, and then you just unlit them in the second phase. It's not that bad. You can instantly stagger him that way. It's great. But not this time. Oh god, the butterfly is here? Oh, I see. Oh no. But that might be an issue. Big enough issue that I might want to save that for the next part, huh? Yeah, let's save that for the next part. I hope you guys had fun, and see you on Thursday. So much for only one part this week, huh? Oh yeah.